Alright, so let's make a displacement texture, yeah? Excuse me. So I'm going to start off with a 1024 by 1024. Let me get rid of that grid. Show grid. And let me make sure my mode is right. Yes. Okay. So RGB. Alright, so basically what I want to do is create like a stone kind of texture. I'm just going to do this really quick. So, and actually, I want to make that a little bit bigger. Okay. So, yeah, so we're just gonna make in our chunks, you know, and you'd be doing something very similar in yours. Also, obviously you'd spend more time with it, but I just want to kind of show it working. So you want to pretty much just have what I like to consider as a height map, you know. Where the black is going to be the sunken in areas. And the white is going to be what's raised. So what I also like doing is, then move that behind. So now we have our quote-unquote height map. Okay. So you want to take your time and kind of outline it where your stones are going to be, and then this would be your height map. So I'm going to save that as a targa, or you can name it like displacement. That's fine. And now all I'm going to do is just kind of add some color to this. So let's go with the gray, and I'll just paint it in. Paint it in. Okay, so now we have some color. It's not ideal, but it works. Stone D. Okay, and then you know, you would want to do your normal map, stuff like that, and I'll show you a real quick way of doing that. You basically what you want to do, save your diffuse as a PNG. And then what you can do, and obviously you know you would want a texture going along with it, and then open up the internet. Type in normal map online, and here you can click this, and now we have this service. So we can click here, and this will allow us to load up our PNG, and now you can get a normal map from that. So if this had a texture to it, you'd be able to see that, and you can adjust the levels, and so on, the strength, kind of make it more subtle, things like that if you want to. So that's an option as well. Then you would just click download and you'd have access to that map. But for displacement, I'm going to make a new folder. Test. Let me get over to just navigating to that folder, and then we'll bring these into here. So now I have my textures. So we're going to create a new material, stone map. Open this guy up, and we'll just bring these two in. And it's going to need some imagination, like I said, because this isn't a very nice looking texture. Okay, so what you want to do is multiply. So hold M, the letter M, on the keyboard. Give you a multiply. Want to make it constant, hold the number 1 on the keyboard and click to make it constant. And we're going to do that as 5. We want to multiply again. You want vertex normals. And then you're going to want another constant, and this will just do as like 2. Now you click here, scroll down, and we want tessellation. We're going to do flat, crack free, connect that to world displacement, connect that to tessellation, and we'll connect that to base color. Why not? And you can see that it's bumped up now. Of course, like I said before, your texture would probably look a lot better than that. I took about 5 seconds on that. So if I jump that up to 30, just to make an extreme so you can really see it. Oh, and actually there's one other thing I can show you here. If you right click, convert to parameter, and this is, let's say that's distance, we'll apply. We'll save that. And this will work with any texture too. So it doesn't have to be, you know, something like this. You can also do, you know, let's say you have wood beams. You know, like you have a bridge, and it's you know, wood beams going across it. You can use this method and just do a flat plane for the bridge, and then use this method to make the beams kind of stand up, so it looks like it's built with actual beams. You know, all sorts of stuff you can do with this. So now that this is a parameter, we can right-click, create material instance, and now if we open this up, we can click our distance and change it without having to really mess with anything. So as you can see, I got 500 right here. 100. You know, so it's not ideal, obviously, because the texture is really bad. But so 20. Okay. So now, when you're applying it to something, it needs some geometry to it. So I'll open up Maya here, as long as it doesn't crash again. It crashes again. I don't understand why it's crashing. Why are you crashing? Ah, it's so frustrating. Okay, well, I created a plane. Somewhere. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to bring this out, and I'm just going to clear that. Clear. Part. No. Let's do... weapon. There we go. Okay, so if I go into wireframe, you'll see it's got a good amount of polygons to it. And you want that for a displacement texture, because it kind of uses that geometry. So let me lay that down, bring it up a little. And then I'm going to give it that stone mat instance. And now you can see that it's raised. Just like our stone material here is raised. So if I change that back to that, see it's raised up. and so on. So that's pretty much how you do it. It's just a black and white texture. That's the black kind of outlines where you want the creases to be, and the white is where you want the high points to be. So if I create this guy here, file, save as, Targa, save over that, replace, go to our content browser here, test, re-import, include OK first. Now we re-import, save all. Now I'll put that in there. Oh, and the texture is still in there, but as you can see, we have it raised up. Pretty cool, yeah? Alright, yeah, give that a shot and let me know if you have any questions, alright? Thanks.